What is the best class in Wizard Alchemy? So in Wizard Alchemy, there are many different classes, and in order to get them, you gotta go to shop, go to race, reroll menu, and over here you can reroll for any one of these classes. Now in order from most common to least common, it's going to be human, tree spirit, elf, werewolf, death eater, undead, ice crystal, Phoenix demon, stellar ambassador, and I don't even know how to pronounce that. Zestrals? I have no clue. But yeah, these are going to be all of the classes in the game, and we're going to be telling you guys exactly which one you should be keeping, which one you shouldn't be keeping, okay? And then we have them in a couple of categories. Categories that, like, you could keep them if you don't have much rerolls, like you have under 10 rerolls, and ones that, if you get them, just use them because they're just so good. So, let's get straight into it. So, we have... I just pulled up a whole bunch of the stats on each of them because I don't have every single one of them unlocked, especially the strolls here. I don't have that guy unlocked. So we're going to start off at the very bottom and work our way up. So obviously for the human, I mean, there's no bonuses. It's a fairly common class. This one really, if you get it, just reroll it. I mean, it's literally the most common class in the game. What more do I need to say? Next up is going to be the elf with +3 movement speed and +10 jump height. Now this guy is only really good for one thing, alright? That is, let's just put my stats in movement speed here. That is getting up that particular mountain. Because a lot of farming, grinding spots, you really need to go to stuff like that, getting on top of the mountain as fast as possible. And having the movement speed will help you get there. Only thing is that, you notice how I just walked a lot faster by simply allocating my stats to movement speed? Like, look, I'm this fast, and look at my move speed stat. It is movement speed. Well, right now it says 12, right? But look, plus 150 move speed. So, I mean, I don't think it's actually 150 move speed. I think it's like percentage-wise, or it's like a fraction. But even then, it's still going to be a lot more than whatever you get here, which is the, I mean, 3 base move speeds. Like, what? Adding on to 12 move speed? That's basically, like, less than, what? Like, I don't even know what percentage that is, bro. I cannot talk. That's like 25%, bro. That's actually nothing. So, that one is, if you get it, the elf, just re-roll it. Next up, it is going to be the tree spirit, which gives you double HP regen, 5% max HP, and a little bit less move speed. This one actually is not that bad, considering it is an uncommon. And reason being is, I'll show you guys that right now. If we head over to a popular grinding spot, for example, we go and we fight like the archer goblins, right? The archer goblins and the warhammer dwarfs over here. If you fight them, most commonly if you fight the warhammer dwarfs, you'll be able to kill them rather easily, as you can just step on this ledge over here. If I can actually get on the ledge, you can step on this ledge and you can hit them and they can't really hit you. They're gonna get stuck on the wall. But the archer goblins, if you hit them, they will hit back, and it does hurt a lot. So if you are at a point where you have just enough HP, because you might spec into HP to AFK farm, even though it's not that recommended, but if you do, you might have enough HP to the point where you are out regenning the damage from these archer goblins, because every time you kill an archer goblin, maybe you get 1 or 2 hits from each of them, which means that you can out regen them, which means that you can just farm here infinitely. So that's the only time I would ever use the tree spirit. But this thing, overall, do not get it. It is going to be one of the worser classes in the game. Next up, it is going to be the undead class. This thing, it's rare with 10%, and it's got the revival effect with a 3-minute cooldown, but it gives +10 skill speed and -30 maximum HP. Now the skill speed is pretty useful. I mean, it's just like a nice handy thing to have, but the -30% max HP, it's honestly pretty bad, because for the revival, I mean, revival, right, it just revives you literally, but there is no real merit in that, because for example, if we just go ahead and like fight this guy and then we take a bunch of damage like so, you're gonna see that nothing really happened that much. Come on, hit me again. There we go, we die, right? Literally 5-second respawn timers, not even like a whole minute, not even half a minute, 5 seconds, and then you're back, and then you can run back here. It takes like 15 seconds to run back. I mean, for the -30% max HP but giving you the revive, it basically cancels itself out, so it's really not that good of a class. Some people praise it, I think it's pretty bad. The undead is not on your priority list of what you want. Next up, we have the werewolf. This thing is also rare with a 10% chance of getting, and this gives you 10% max HP, +5 attack power, +1 base movement speed, and +10 jump height. Now, the jump height and the movement speed is not useful for grinding. As I said before with the, the elf, where you could climb up that mountain, yeah, that is fine. And by the way, guys, if you are wondering why you want to climb up that mountain, there is one giant golden egg up here. But either way, if we head back and take a look at it, the main thing, most important thing, is going to be the attack power. Now, the maximum 10% max HP is a little bit nice, but again, if you're grinding, you shouldn't really take much damage in the first place. I mean, if you're taking damage, then you're doing something wrong, because you should be one-shotting these guys in order to actually grind. But the attack damage is pretty nice only at one certain stage of the game, and that is going to be if you are in the early game phase. Now, why is that? Because look, it gives 5 flat attack, right? We can go over here, 5 flat attack power. And why is that not exactly good for other stages of the game and only for early game? Well, if we take a look at our stats here, as you can see, we have, let's take a look, 25 attack, right? But every single skill point we get, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom! I basically got the entire werewolf buff, and it cost 5 stat points. And just for reference, I have 145 left, which just goes to show how minuscule of an effect that is. So really, the werewolf class is not that good either. I mean, the classes rare and below, as of yet, you can literally get any class and you do just as well as the person next to you, just because these classes are so bad. But once we get to the epic classes, here is where it actually gets good. So we first start off with the ice crystal guy. Okay, this has 5% chance of getting. It is epic, and it's got a 20% ice elemental damage. Now that is actually probably one of the best epic classes in the game, and probably one of the actual just best classes in the game, because the reason being is that, look, there's the, out of all the ice elements, right, there's the lotus potion and there's the frost orange potion. There's also, like, I guess these two guys, but they don't really count because they're just, like, this guy doesn't even do damage. He just, you can shield yourself. I guess you can do damage that way. But the ice spike potion is just a bad potion. I mean, it's really common. You can just skip that in 2 seconds. The frost orange potion, though, this is the best part. You might be thinking, oh, it's for the lotus blue potion, but no, that's not the case at all. The frost orange potion is just much better, even though it does less damage. Actually, wait, why is the damage higher? What the heck? Okay, never mind. It does more damage than the lotus potion, but the lotus blue potion, it blooms periodically, which does damage over time. But the thing is that this thing, I mean, you're going to be one-shotting them anyways, right? So the Lotus Bloom Potion, only really good in DPS scenarios when you're fighting a boss. And the Frost Orange Potion, is honestly one of the best potions in the game. No, second best potion in the game, right behind the Legendary. And it's even better than all of these epics. Reason being is that the damage is insanely high, like 72 damage, literally higher than all of these except for the Radiant guy. But 72 damage, not only that, it's also got the highest range in the game, and not only that, it's also got one of the lowest cooldowns in the game. I mean, this thing, the DPS wise, it's actually better than all of the epic potions if you're just counting pure DPS, which is why it is so good. Actually, it might be worse than the Lotus Bloom Potion, but it's a rare, so it is amazing for its level. And that's why the Ice Crystals class is actually one of the best classes in the game. If you get it, I just say stop rolling, just go for this, get an S tier, triple S tier Frost Orange Potion, and just be gaming. I mean, you're going to be doing so much damage. The only better setup than that is going to be getting the best class in the game and getting, like, the Night Wraith Potion, which is going to be the Legendary Potion. But the Frost Orange Potion, it's going to carry you for, I'm not even joking when I see this, 99% of the game. The only time you actually need the Frost Wraith Potion is if you want to 2-tap this golden egg. But if you do have the SSS Frost Orange Potion, it's still gonna like 5-tap the golden egg, which is still pretty good. So let's move on to the next class, which is going to be the Fiendish Demon. It's essentially the same thing as this one, but instead of max HP and -2 move speed, it's +2 move speed and -10 max HP. So that's just flipped around. The main thing is the 20% fire elemental damage. Fire elemental damage might sound good when you realize that the only rare potion with fire elemental damage is going to be the meteorite potion, and the only the only epic potion with the fire elemental damage is going to be the dragon breath potion. These are fine potions, but the Frost Orange Potion is just so much better, to the point where if you get yourself the Fiendish Demon, honestly, just reroll it. Unless you have yourself a much better meteorite potion than you do have frost thorns, or you have yourself an S tier dragon breath potion when you only have S tier frost thorns, I would just reroll this one. I mean, even getting like, I don't even care, a werewolf would probably be better than this guy, because I mean, you're really not going to be using the fire elemental damage that much. You just mainly want double frost once potion for majority of the game, which I have in my loadout here. Double frost once potion, it's just such a good potion. Next up, it's going to be the Death Eater. Okay, the Death Eater is a rare class. I don't know why it crept up here, but the Death Eater has plus 10 attack power, restores 5% HP on kill, and reduced HP regen. Now, reduced HP regen is not that good, but 10% attack power, that's actually insane. Reason being is that, remember the werewolf, how it gave plus 5 attack power? Yeah, that's 5 base attack power. And look, like, that's 5 base attack power, right? Just plus 5 here. But 5%, that means that if we go ahead and we max our attack, 5% of this is going to be a little bit more. Now, it's still not that much. It's going to be like plus 7 attack. But if you get to high levels of the game where you have like 200, even 300 stat points on attack, then that 5% is going to turn into 15 attack. And while 15 attack might seem like a little, it's still triple the amount of the 5 attack you'd get from the werewolf. And in addition, if I go ahead and show you guys this right now, from the wand standpoint, right? Literally upgrading a wand goes from 20 to 30, right? We're skipping 2 tiers here, and it gives, just looking at the pure attack bonus, it gives 10 attack, which is the difference between a werewolf and 300 points into the Death Eater. So the Death Eater is honestly such a good class, considering it's a rare, and also restores 5% HP on kill, which you are going to be doing, as when you're farming, you're going to be killing a lot more than you are taking damage. So the Death Eater class is definitely one that I heavily recommend you guys, and if you guys do get that as a rare, and you have like below 5 rolls, honestly just keep the Death Eater. Now for the epic, there's also one last epic class, which is going to be the Stellar Ambassador, which is also the class that I do have, so I can just straight up show you in here. This thing, it acquires burst movement speed for 3 seconds after casting. Now what that basically means is, like, if I go ahead and I don't know, I hit this guy, right? Watch my move speed now. I hit him, I go slightly faster. I use this one, well, this one already gives me move speed, but let's go even faster. So it just gives a little bit of move speed, which is pretty handy, but nothing game breaking per se. And if we head back, no, I don't even need to head back in here. What am I doing? If we head back in here, we can see that it gives skill speed plus 20% and attack power plus 10%. Now, plus 10% is definitely higher than the plus 5% from the Death Eater, so that's already a pretty big bonus. And it's also literally half of the Ice Crystal on the Fiendish Demon. The other thing is the skill speed plus 20%, and the skill speed plus 20% is going to be pretty good, and allows you to cast your skills a lot more. And we can see here cooling reduction. I mean, it's already here. It's pretty good, right? And it's only 20 stats. Actually, no, it's percentage wise, but like 20 stats worth of cooling reduction approximately, which is pretty good. I mean, 20 stats in here, or if you go 20 stats in attack, considering how far you are into the game, for example, where I am right now, plus 20 in attack. If I have like 150 in attack, plus 20. That is going to be, I can't do the math off the top of my head, but that's around a 15% increase. Now 15% increase plus the also like whatever like 10% that we get from here, if we take a look, 15% increase plus the attack power plus 10%, that's going to be 25%, which is literally more than the Ice Crystal. So the Stellar Ambassador does more damage than the Ice Crystal and the Fiendish Demon if your attack power is not that low. Like, your stats wise, you are level 50. If you're level like 60 or even 70, then it would be actually better to go for the other one, which is the, let's take a look, the Ice Crystal. But overall, the Stellar Ambassador, if you get it, just stop rolling. I mean, you've already hit the jackpot. So it's mainly for the epic and rares, just go for Stellar Ambassador, Death Eater, and the Ice Crystal. These, if you get, just stop rolling. I mean, they're really good. They'll carry you throughout most of the game. And of course, if you get legendary, I mean, what more there to say? 20% dark elemental damage, plus 10 attack power, plus 3 base move speed, plus 10 jump height, plus 30 skill speed, and not only that, the dark elemental damage is coincidentally the damage type of the best single potion in the entire game. If you get it, I mean, you already know what to do. Just hold on to it for dear life, and if you learned anything new in this video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.